Hey everyone, welcome to another MLM dumpster fire. And this truly is going to be a dumpster fire today because we're talking about a new MLM company. No, it's not new. Erase that, scratch that. I mean, the name of the company is High Life Travel 3.0. So correct me if I'm wrong, but this is most likely their third rebrand, and I believe they're 9 years old. And this is a travel industry MLM, which means there are no physical products. You're only buying a membership, and that sounds familiar, right? And then you recruit other people. I have not seen any videos made on this company, and I wanted to make one because from what I know, they are like a travel app. We're gonna watch a little video that explains more on how this works. Yeah, I wanted to cover it just in case you come across it, and if you think it's like a proper ordinary travel app or a program, whatever, just so that we have something out there under the name and with the hashtag anti-mlm. Also, this was brought to my attention by Joshua. He's one of my viewers, and hi Josh, if you're still watching. I mean, he sent this to me a long time ago, like 6 months ago or something at this point. I didn't get to it earlier because life was just crazy, and Joshua actually has a blog and he made an article about this company in particular, which I'm gonna link that in the description box below if you want to read for more information. That's one of my sources as well. So before we get into it, don't forget to click that like and subscribe button. It would really help me out, and the longer you watch the video, the more it's gonna push it out to people, and more people are gonna see the name of this company and that it's an MLM. So that would be great. And as always, big shout out to all my channel members. Appreciate you guys and thank you for being here. And let's just get into this. So as I said, High Life Travel 3.0 has been around for I think 9 years. It has rebranded before, and they like to use the hashtag travelpreneur. There's a few different pricing options when you're joining, which the cheapest one I believe was $200, and then the most expensive one was $800, which is absolutely insane. So far, I think they only have about 1,000 representatives, so they're not big yet. This opportunity is presented as an affiliate marketing, which we know it is not the same thing. So basically what you need to do is you obviously need to recruit more people, and you need to get people to buy the membership. So as you recruit and as you sell this membership, you're getting incentives for that. I have a little quote from their website here. It says, enroll others, build a team of recruiters, make money together. So we can see that they focus on recruitment a lot, which is why I'm probably going to put in my title or thumbnail, is this a pyramid scheme? Because why are we focusing on recruitment so much? And apparently the point of this is self-help and improvement, which I don't know how is a travel industry MLM gonna help you with self-help and improvement if you're just mass recruiting people into it, buying memberships, but whatever, what do I know? So I actually have a little bit of a screenshot that I'm gonna share with you guys, and the screenshot has some pricing on it, and I do need my glasses to read this, even though the letters are giant, but I still can't see anything. So how much does High Life Travel cost? I think this is from Joshua's site as well, like this is directly from his blog. There are 4 membership options inside High Life Travel. The first one costs $199, comes with discounts of up to $1,500. The second option is to pay $395 and get up to $4,000 in prepaid travel savings. Now this to me sounds too good to be true, and I'm pretty sure it is too good to be true. I use booking.com for everything. I'm like level 3 membership, which means I have 20% discounts on hotels, transportation, whatever. We only use it for hotels usually, and it tells you how much money you have saved up with them when you get to that point. The third option costs $595, gets you up to $7,000 in savings. Finally, there's the $799 membership, which could give you up to $10,000 in travel savings. That's BS, in my opinion. I don't believe that for a second. If something sounds too good to be true, it is. Can you get a refund? It looks like there are no refunds available for membership purchases. Well, of course there are, and I'm not surprised. But anyway, we have a little video that Josh sent to me. And again, Josh, thank you so much for bringing this to my attention, to all of our attention. Let's see what this MLM is about.
Welcome to the High Life Travel 3.0 launch event. We are so excited to welcome everybody on here, to be some of the first to hear about the world's first prepaid discount travel brand that is absolutely just going crazy right now. So I'll introduce myself. My name is Lorian, and I grew up in a small town called Byron Bay. Would you believe? I'm actually in Byron Bay today, staying here. Beautiful place. We're having a great time with the family. And a little bit about my story. Who am I, right? I grew up in Byron Bay. Would you believe I was a homeless high school dropout that was just lost and going nowhere with his life really fast. Fortunately,
we're not even a minute in and we're already starting with a sob story. It's terrible what he's been through, but like, boy, do you really have to open up with that?
I managed to turn my life around through personal development, health and fitness, martial arts, Tony Robbins, Brian Tracy, and over the course of the next 10 years, completely transformed my life. And but you know what? I was still broke. I was massively in debt. I was sick of my boss telling me what to do. I was living week to week, and I literally felt like I was going round and round in circles with no end in sight. I just didn't know how I was going to get myself out of that debt trap that I'd created for myself. The hole was so big, and I was desperately looking for a way to create additional income online. I could see people living the dream on Instagram, and I was just like, how are they doing it? Like, I'm at a loss. And, you know, fortunately, I found a great mentor and an incredible community of people. And over the course of the next few years, really turned my life around and paid off.
I heard this in my previous Top MLM Fails video from this week as well, that the lady said, oh, I saw her living her best life on social media. And now this dude says the same. And like, I think we all know this, at least the people that watch my channel, but everyone's social media is just the highlights. They are just highlights. You never know what's going on behind the closed doors. People, including me, show on social media whatever they choose to show you and to share with you. And usually they're only highlights. There's very little people out there who are fully transparent and who share every single thing in their lives that's not so good and not so interesting or whatever. You know what I mean? Don't watch and envy someone on social media, because you really never know what they have going on in their personal lives.
All of my debts. I bought my dream Audi. I was living in my beautiful beachfront apartment, traveling the world. I met this gorgeous woman right here. We had a couple of gorgeous, beautiful children. And life's never really been the same since. And it was all because I was open enough to take a closer look at something that other people were up to. And it really opened my mind up to a whole new world of entrepreneurship, and to think that a very average guy like myself could create some above average results. Is kind of mind-blowing. And so thank you for being here. Someone has invited you here to hear what this is all about, because they care about you, okay? And I want to just say that we're going to be here for probably about 10-15 minutes. We won't keep you too long. Stick around to the end, keep an open mind, open heart, and maybe you can create that next success story too. So let's get straight into it. It's the perfect time to get into the travel industry. This is a $9 trillion industry coming back online as the world opens up in 2023. People are being let out of their cages and wanting to see the world, just in case they don't get to do it again. So as you can see here,
I'm pretty sure the world opened up in 2022. Like, obviously not all the countries, but most of them. We were back traveling in 2022. Most of the stuff was open in 2022. I guess officially, yeah, the pandemic was like, you know, this year. But I mean, things were open and you could travel back in 2022 as well.
Travel is bouncing back fast. And I think it's Robert Kiyosaki who said that the best time to start a business is in the crash. And well, here we are. So how many people are using hotels and resorts every single year? Well, 47% of every developed country's population is using hotels and resorts on average 3 times a year. So we have a market, we have a huge audience here. Now, what's the big problem with the travel industry? Well, I can tell you, these two guys are in bed together. These two big conglomerate companies have a legal agreement behind the scenes. So you actually think you're getting a good price, but not so much, because they don't want to outbid each other. So they have a legal agreement to guarantee the same rates and terms on room types for their distribution channels. Now, what we're going to do is we want to break up the party with the world's first prepaid discount travel brand. This is a private portal. Now, I want you to think about how easy is it to say to someone, have you heard about the latest travel hack? It's probably the easiest thing that you can say.
Say what you want about booking.com, but man, when this video comes out, I'll be a few days away from going to Japan. My very first time traveling to Japan. It's literally a dream come true for me, because I always wanted to go since I was a little kid, playing JRPGs and other Japanese-made games. We booked a 5-star hotel in the middle of Tokyo city center. It's 9 days and it cost us 400 euro each. 9 days, Tokyo city center, 5-star hotel. The hotel has everything, breakfast included in that price. That's still a lot of money, but we booked this 1 year in advance, and I wasn't even a level 3 genius on booking.com back then. I was level 2, so we didn't have 20% discount. Like I said, it's still a lot of money, but we saved. We've been saving for this trip for almost 2 years now. So the currency changed from a year ago when I booked the hotels. So it's 50 euro cheaper than what we booked it for originally because of the currency change as well. So you say whatever the hell you want, but if you can plan it in advance and if you can afford, obviously this is a very expensive, Japan is expensive, it's a big trip, and we've been saving for it for a really, really long time, and we're still gonna be broke after we're back, but it's gonna be worth it. It has to be worth it. So yeah, say whatever you want about booking.com, but you can get great discounts. You can get really good deals on it. And I have never tried this app right here, but I smell BS. Let's just keep watching. I just wanted to put that out there.
If I could show you how to save up to 70% off on over 800,000 hotels and resorts around the world, would you like to know more? Well, we're about to tell you, and I'd love to introduce to you one of my good friends, Shane Fozzard. And just to let you know who Shane Fozzard, well, he was one of the first people I asked to take a look at this, because this guy knows tech and this guy knows business. Him and his beautiful wife, Jess, ran personal development seminars all around Australia. Shane and I were actually in the process of launching a digital marketing agency together before I came along across High Life Travel. And I wanted to get his feedback. I want to know what he had to say. And well, next thing you know, we decided to go business partners in launching High Life Travel to the world. So Shane, take it away, my friend.
Yeah, awesome. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. So look, yeah, thank you, Lauren. Look, one of the things I want to share with people is when I first saw this, at first I was like, yeah, I don't have time for this. And I don't know too many people that are just sitting around waiting for a new business to kind of fall into their lap. But then when I took a really close look at this, I was really excited by it. And very quickly, to cut a long story short, really what made me say yes to this was seeing just how easy this was to be able to share with people, that we get to help people save money on their holidays. What an amazing thing to be able to do. To be able to save money on my own holidays and my own family's holidays, first of all, but then seeing the potential that this could have. You've probably heard of Web 3.0, which is like the new form of the internet. Well, this is Travel 3.0. This is a way to travel that no one's ever done before, that has just recently been launched onto the world. It's quite innovative and a disruptor in the industry. And I really sort of asked myself, am I going to regret saying no to this in 6 months' time? Or is it worth my time and energy to jump on board and see where this takes me? And I'm so glad that I did. So I'll jump to talking about what this is and what it isn't, because I think it's important to know what it can do, what it can't do. So it is the first to market with the prepaid travel. It is cheaper. Hotels and resorts, 800,000 hotels and resorts all around the world, all around Australia, all around the country that you're probably in right now. There's no monthly fees, no yearly fees. So this is not timeshare. It is not a travel club, and it is not a travel membership. When you purchase a prepaid travel savings pack, and you'll see what they are in a moment, there is no expiry date to them. So you're not forced to use them in a certain period of time. You can hang on to them for years. If you don't have any travel planned in the next 2 or 3 years, you could purchase a travel pack today and it'll still be there waiting for you to use in 2 or 3 years' time. There's no lockout dates or blackout dates or booking restrictions. So if you want to book on Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, school holidays, Easter weekends, any high peak time, you can.
Okay, and when does booking.com or Airbnb or anything else have restrictions on when you can't book something? Unless it's sold out, you can book it anytime, any day. Why is this a flex when it's not a thing?
There's no restrictions whatsoever. And that's, again, one of the reasons why I said yes to this. I understood that I consider myself a smart traveler and a smart consumer. And when I saw there was full flexibility and full freedom around this, and it's just a way to save money, it's like no brainer. But look, it's not cheap flights. It's got nothing to do with cheap flights.
And what do they mean prepaid travel? You can choose to pay straight away on booking as well.
It's got nothing to do with cheap car rentals either. You typically can't find great deals in remote locations. I mean, you might.
Also, you have to buy the membership, which is expensive in my opinion, and for my standards, it's expensive. And then you have to pay for whatever you book for. It's cheaper, but how much cheaper? You're still paying for the membership plus the prices of the hotels. And comparing to booking.com, you're not paying for anything. It's free to use and you just book and pay for whatever the hotel costs you. Like what? Also, booking.com, it has discounts as well. It has special offers, never has restrictions. What are we talking about here? I'm so confused.
Find a few, but it's not what it's really designed for. And to be completely honest with you, it's not a perfect site. It doesn't beat every single hotel price, but in my experience, what I've seen is it beats probably 90 to 95% of the hotel prices that are out there. And I love that this gives us the power back as a consumer and takes it away from those two big companies who are basically just controlling the industry. So I love that. I love, there's a bit of a...
I'm just seeing it says no expiry dates. Booking.com doesn't have an expiry date. You also just create an account and you can use it or not use it for as long as you want. It's not going to expire. Nothing expires. Unless when you're trying to hit level 2, 3, then you have a certain number of bookings that you have to fill in order to get to the next level. And that's, I think, 1 year. And then when 1 year expires, if you don't reach it, it resets back. That's the only thing, but nothing else expires.
Anti-establishment sort of part of me that love that we get to pull the power back to ourselves as consumers and get to share that with each other. So we'll jump to the next slide, if it's all right. So as we're saying, there's over 800,000 hotels and resorts worldwide. All of those locations you can see on the screen are locations I have personally looked at over the last few weeks and found amazing deals. Now, it's not an exhaustive list, but as you can see, I mean, it's a decent list of...
So it's global and it's all around the world, and yet you have 24 or something cities that you can visit. It's global, it's worldwide.
Of most of the popular destinations that people go and travel in. Here's an example of one in Australia in the Gold Coast.
Very, very quick to move away from that slide, wasn't it?
Gold Coast is a very popular holiday destination. And so when I first joined, I thought this was too good to be true. So I tried to prove it wrong. And my way of trying to prove it wrong was like, okay, let's see you, show me a deal during Easter weekend, one of the most popular times for people to holiday at the Gold Coast. I was like, surely you're not going to find a discount for one of the most newest and popular hotels called the Dorset. So if you go to one of the big competitors, it'll cost you $1,500 Australian to stay there for the Easter weekend. The other big competitor, $1,500 again. In High Life Travel, which is the name of this private booking site, the world's first prepaid wholesale travel site, it will cost you $676. That's a 56% saving. Now, here's really what this can do. So this person on the photo here, Laura, down the bottom corner, she had planned to take her 3 kids along to the Gold Coast. And when I spoke to her just before she had booked her holiday, her accommodation, she said she didn't have enough money to take her kids to the theme parks that are at the Gold Coast. She was saying,
I only noticed now that it says expensive near the other two. And then this one is like, that's still expensive for a lot of people out there. Not everyone can afford that.
to her kids, guys, we're going on a holiday, but we have to eat 2-minute noodles when we get there. Fortunately, I managed to contact her before she booked her accommodation, and she booked through our site and she saved over $900. That meant she could now afford to take her kids to the theme parks and have a better family experience. So, that's the sort of impact that this site can have on people. It gives people more experiences, more luxury, and makes their money go further. I'll look at Bali. Same time of year, you can get a villa in Seminyak, $800 through one of the big competitors. With High Life Travel, $447. So you're going to save 44%. Again, isn't that money better in your pocket than to go to, the big companies' pockets? Tokyo, Japan, you can save 63%. Close to $4,000 for a week or $1,300 for a week. Same hotel, same dates. These are apples to apples comparisons here. Jump to the next one. And this is all.
Okay, so 7 days in Tokyo, their price there was 2,353 euro. So that's very expensive for 7 days, right? It's only a week. 800 euro for 7 nights, right? And I said I got 9 nights for that amount of money on booking.com. So it depends when you're booking, how much in advance you're booking, or how much last minute. Like I said, you can find good deals last minute. It really just depends. There's no written rules that something is going to be more expensive or cheaper last minute. You would think that last minute flights are going to be cheaper as well, but when I tried to fly last minute to Croatia, the very next day flight was like 440 euro for like 3 hours, which is insane, and I didn't go because that's insane. But you would think that last minute flights are going to be cheap because they didn't sell out until last minute, right? But no, they won't. There's no written rules. And like I said, as someone who has booked Tokyo from booking.com, I got a really sweet deal on a very nice hotel. Even if this app has great discounts and whatever, it's still an MLM. Why is there a whole aspect, the MLM aspect to it? Why isn't it just a great app that can help people save money? Why did you have to turn it into an MLM? What is the point? Why do you have to recruit other people? When you're doing last minute bookings, that's just what you're dealing with. You can end up very good, very cheap for you, but it can be very, very expensive because it's last minute. So you never know what you're going to get with that.
All around the world. We'll kind of quickly go through the rest because I'm sure you've seen a pattern here. So we'll jump to the next slide. That's the one we were on previously. There we go. Brisbane, save 30% in Brisbane. Same hotel, same dates. We'll jump to the next one. Melbourne, 37% discount. We go next one. We'll just flick through these. Amalfi Coast in Italy, save 17%. So again, it's not always the big numbers, but look, 17%, that's still money in your pocket. Yeah, you could, catch a limo from the hotel to the airport, perhaps. New York, one of the most expensive places to go in the world. $5,000 to stay there for a week on one of the big competitors. On our site, $2,300. LA, save 55%. So again,
that's still a shit ton of money. Like, people have to save for years. Like, take us, for example, with Japan. We've been saving for years. Years, bit by bit, just so that we can afford this trip. And he's acting as if, wow, you can just go on like multiple these kind of expensive trips a year, which is not the reality for most of the people. I don't know why their examples are still so expensive.
Just some examples to show you. It's all around the world. And so how do you get access to these great prices? Well, as I said,
it's all around the world in like 24 cities.
It requires a purchase of a prepaid travel savings pack. And there's 4 different packs you can purchase. Now, what you see on the screen right now is US dollars. So it's $199 US and it's $799 US, and that pack's in between. So I'll just draw your attention to the $799 pack because that gives you the most amount of value. So the $799 pack, what that gives you is $10,000 in travel savings that you can then use across one holiday or dozens of holidays. Over the next month or over the next 5 years, you get full access to it, full control, full flexibility. Not only that, but you can share those travel savings with friends and family members as well. So, High Life Travel as a company doesn't mind who you book a hotel for. So what I'm going to do is going to throw back to Lauren, because what Lauren is too humble to tell you is that Lauren is the highest income earner in Australia and was actually the person that brought this in from the US to Australia probably about 11 weeks ago. So Lauren, I'll throw
highest income earner in the whole Australia or in this MLM? What?
it over to you, and you can, as it says, show us the money.
Thanks so much, Shane. Really appreciate it. And let's talk about the money. And some people say that money's not that important, but well, from my experience, it's kind of up there with oxygen. You sort of need it to survive. And money just gives us choices on how to live our life, choices what to do with our family and where we can go. I don't know too many holidays or travel destinations that you can go to without spending some sort of money. So guys, how to make your investment back is what I really want to show you and just break this down. And I think one of the big reasons that we've been able to have the explosive momentum that we've created with our team, helping our leaders go 1K, 5K, 10K, 25K, 50K in their first few weeks or months, it's really this system right here. And let's say you were to start on a $799 pack USD, and find 3 people that would love to come on the journey with you, save money on travel, get better discounts, make money on travel, that in your bank account. Now, we get paid weekly and monthly. Now, about $1,000 is going to drop into your bank account potentially next week. And what I want to ask you right now is, how would $1,000, how would an extra $1,000 to $2,000 a month make a difference to your life? And it's as simple as 1, 2, 3. Boom, that's just the beginning. Let's take a look at the monthly earning potential here. Now, I've already spoken about 1K. This is the average monthly earnings company-wide, okay? So this is a conservative number to what we see when we're moving with momentum. People are hitting their ranks, people are progressing through the comp plan and having a whole lot.
Income disclosure statement. Average monthly earning is $752. I just tried to search for this and I couldn't find it.
A lot of fun. So as you can see here, 1K, 5K, 10K, 25K, 50K, 100K. We've got many of our leaders right here. We haven't included all the 1Ks. We've just gone and wanted to show you in the space of literally.
Yeah, we're not showing you the 1K because they don't matter, because they don't make any profit.
2.5 months, we've got 5K, 5K, 5K. So we've got Marissa went 5K. We've got Sharon went 5K. We've got AJ went 5K. We've got Emma went 10K. And these girls did it within their first couple of weeks. I mean, it's kind of mind blowing. We've got Elle here went 25K. We've got Shane, and Shane, I mean, talk about modest. I mean, this guy is the humble hero. I mean, these guys are so modest. They literally hit 25K in their first couple of weeks, which was just absolutely amazing. And then, we've been truly blessed to put 50K on the board. Now, what I would say is that only 2.5 months ago, this was just a good idea. I came across this through someone I met in the US, and it sounded like a good idea. But now we have proven concept. Now we have runs on the board. Now we have people following in our footsteps, and the only question is, are you going to be next? Are you going to be part of this big wave of momentum?
So the point of this whole thing is you have to get people to buy the membership. Like, you have to recruit, and then you get bonus incentives based on how many memberships you sell. So Yeah, maybe there is a potential in the beginning when you can share this with some of your family, friends, war market, whatever. But what happens when you run out? You lose your ranks because you can't keep up with recruitment, especially if you're a average Joe who doesn't have big social media where they can share this. You can't consistently sell that many memberships then. It's just a matter of time when you're gonna drop in rank.
Anything that I've learned in my years of this industry is that timing and positioning is absolutely everything. So I am having trouble with the clicker. It's just not really working. So I just want to let you guys know that if I can do this, you can do this. I didn't finish high school, homeless youth, could barely read or write. I mean, come on. If I can do this, anyone can. And the question I want to ask you, do you know 3 people who want to travel more? They maybe don't want to save money when they travel, or they just want to make some extra income on the side to what they're doing. Maybe they don't want to do a full-time lifestyle entrepreneur thing, and that's totally cool because an extra $1,000 or $2,000 a month can make a big difference to people's lives. It's really the lifestyle money. So how easy would it be to give away $100 travel savings gift card? Now, guys, I had someone come around to my house to put a new battery in my car. The battery was dead. And he asked me what I do. And I said, look, I help people save money on travel and work from home. I work remotely. And he's kind of, oh, what's that all about? I said, well, you're going to travel in the next 6 to 12 months. He said, yes, I do. I'm going to see my
I also work remotely and I don't have to recruit people and I get monthly paychecks. I don't depend on commission. I get set paychecks. I can only earn more. I can never earn less than what my set paycheck is. Did I mention that I work remotely as well? 100% remote. Yeah.
Family in New Zealand, and so I asked him, have you booked your accommodation yet? And he said, no. I said, look, I'd love to send you a gift for helping me out today. He was over the moon. It's literally like the easiest conversation you could ever have. And so he asked me, what's that about? And I said, look, what's your name and email, your phone number? I'll text it to you right now. And I sent him one of these digital cards that he can literally use that on our accommodation without even buying anything. Now, if he wants to save extra money,
okay, but do you get those for free or do you have to pay for that gift card in order to send it to people? I don't remember him mentioning anything about how that actually works.
System will upgrade him automatically, prompt him to upgrade to one of the packages, and you get paid. You didn't have to do a sales call. You didn't have to do a follow-up. You didn't have to do all of that stuff that some of us just really don't like doing. Now, if we move on, High Life Travel is offering the world's first ever digital prepaid travel card system. This is literally a digital spider web. I mean, imagine being able to give out a digital sample to someone that comes back to your CRM system in your back office. It's absolutely mind-blowing. And you can follow up, you can reconnect, you can answer questions, or some of those people are just going to click through them and buy. So let's move on here. Why affiliate marketing? Well, here's the big reason. The old model of network marketing and MLM, well, that's kind of dead. It belongs in the Stone Age with the dinosaurs. This is the 3.0 version of the industry. This is an affiliate marketing model, and something that totally blew my mind, and why I decided to say no to quite a few other companies that asked me to launch their teams and customers, because they just knew they weren't going to be able to keep up with the tech that this company has behind it, because they actually own their own tech company. Now, this is actually a 9-year-old company that has the fresh, fun, excitement, and branding and timing of a new brand, being High Life Travel.
I wonder why they rebranded. I'm very curious. Because usually companies rebrand to get away from a bad reputation or something scandalous. That's usually what happens. I'm not saying it happened in this case, but yeah.
So it's a financially sound company. I said to Sarah, if we're going to build a business a residual income, a leveraged business. I want to know it's still going to be here in the next 20, 30, 40 years when we're going to need it most. Otherwise, what's the point? I don't deal with companies that are startups or don't have a proven track record. And this is a $500 million company set to go $1 billion company in 2023. So they know what they're doing. They have a proven track record behind them with the opportunity of global growth. Now, I really want you to understand and see here that this started in America. We've put Australia on the map. How many other flags are on here? Now, if you can't see any other flags, we're actually open in 200 different countries around the world because this is digital. We can literally open countries overnight. So if you can't see another flag here, the chances of you being able to go into that country and launch that country, be one of the first, if not the first person to launch that country, it is a huge opportunity. One thing that really stood out to me is that this is digital. And that's why we're able to move with speed. No shipping, no logistics, no TGA. Some of the pain points that I had launching a product-based country. Now, one thing that I really love.
Yeah, but at least in MLMs where you sell products, people can come back and buy again. This is a one-time, right? You buy it once and that's it. You probably get incentives actually for what your downline sells. I'm not sure though. They didn't mention that part.
I don't have to wait for someone to finish a 12-week program or, experience some magical transformation from a product before they tell someone else about it. The minute you click into the portal, you've experienced the product. Now, here's where we are right now. We are within the innovation stage. The big question is, are you going to position yourself ahead of the curve? Now, here's the big problem. Most people that don't have experience in the industry, they join at the back end of momentum and they wonder why they can't get things or their business off the ground. Now, can you build a business?
Well, at least he's acknowledging that you can succeed only if you join early, in early stages of the company. And you can't succeed if you join too late when it's oversaturated. So thank you for admitting that at least.
You can. But when you have timing and positioning on your side, you can do incredible things even as an everyday person just learning the space. Okay, so let's move along here. Now, we know that there's 3 types of people. Now, we want you to stick around to the end because we've got something special that we'd love to share with you. But an A person is, look, I get this. I see this. This is going to be massive. I'm all in. So message the person that invited you to this call tonight and say, I'm an A. Well, maybe you're a B for break it down. But I have a question. I'd love to get some questions answered. So message the person invited you and say, hey, I'm a B. Or maybe you're just a C. You just want to save money on your next holiday. I don't know anybody that doesn't want to do that, right? I'm a C. I just want to be a customer. Now, guys, stick around for this. We have a one-time. We have never done this before. And when I say that this is a limited time offer, I really do mean this. It'll be cut off at 12 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. But for those who are the action takers, those of you that are sick of living life day in and day out and relying on the 40-40 plan to get ahead, and you want to get on this plane before it leaves the tarmac, well, we have something special here for you. For the people who get started before 12 p.m. on tomorrow, Friday, we are going to credit your accounts with $500 worth of USD bonus saving cards. That's 5 $100 travel saving gift cards to help you launch your business that get started on the 799 pack. Now that pack's going to give you $10,000 USD of travel savings. I mean, I've never seen anything quite like this. Get back to the person that invited you here. Send them a message right now and say, I'm an A, I'm a B, I'm a C. I want to grab the deal. I want to go all in. I see the vision here. And I just want to say before we wrap this up that I've taken 2 teams to the very top of 2 other previous companies. And this is going to be the 3rd. This is going to be the hat trick. We've got a proven track record. We've got incredible mentoring, support, products. And, you know, everybody has a product, right? And everybody has thinks their comp plan is the best, but not everybody has the training and the tech that this company has behind it. And that's why we decided to partner with the world's first prepaid discount travel brand. One of my favorite sayings right now is the future belongs to those who see possibilities before they become obvious. And those are the people who are going to do extremely well over the next coming months, weeks, and years. So thanks so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate you. Till next time, have a great night.
Okay, I'm confused because he said he has taken 2 teams previously to the top. So he was in an MLM before, right? That would tell us that he was in an MLM before and he was in top 1-2%. And what exactly does it mean you've taken 2 teams to the top? How many people is that? Did you go to the top 1% thanks to those teams, or were you all collectively at top 1%? And I have a feeling as to why he wouldn't go into details about the things that he said. He was kind of just like flexing, but not really explaining how he did it, what exactly he did. You know what I mean? It was very superficial. I'm very suspicious. Let me know down below what you thought about this. Is this a pyramid scheme? What do you think about this? And regardless, even if the product is good, even if you can get good discounts on it, to me personally, I would not support it because it has the MLM model, and MLMs in my opinion are unethical. Would you like me to cover some more videos, maybe some recruitment type videos from this company? And thanks again, Joshua, for sending this and for bringing it to my attention. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. Don't forget to click that like and subscribe button. It would really help my channel out. And as always, big shout out to all my channel members. Appreciate you guys, and I will see you all in the next one.